Hello and welcome to Around the Clock. It's time for our Around the Town tour. We're going to start in downtown with our police and fire departments as they got together on the morning of September 11th, 2021 to mark the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 tragedy that happened in New York City and Washington, D.C. and Pennsylvania.
On September 11th, 1967 was a day of tragedy for the town of Ashland and the Ashland Police Department. In 1967, Officer Charles Carteret and Officer Combrade were on patrol in the area now known as Captain Eaton's Circle when they stopped a motor vehicle at approximately 3:18 a.m. Unknown to both officers, the stopped motor vehicle was stolen. The situation escalated quickly and violently, leading to both officers being shot and backup coming from surrounding towns that frantically searched for the two officers, as their exact location was difficult to find at the time. On September 11, 1967 became the final watch for Officer Charles Carteret as he was killed in the line of duty. He left behind a wife and 4 children. For the members of the Ashland Police Department, this is a reminder of the dangers they face each and every day and the sacrifices made by those who are called to serve the community. 20 years ago, on September 11, 2001, became a national day of mourning for so many and a day of remembrance for all. For the police and fire departments in New York, it was a day of selfless heroism by police officers and firefighters who answered the call to act and ran towards the World Trade Center when so many were running in the opposite direction. At the end of that tragic day, 343 firefighters, 37 Port Authority police officers, and 23 New York City police officers were killed in the line of duty. Over 2,000 civilians perished. September 11, 2001 saw many citizens come together to help those in need, not only in the city of New York, but at the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and in Summers County, Pennsylvania, where Flight 93 perished. Today we remember all of them and their families who live with the tragedy of that each and every day. We shall never forget, and we'll always remember those who perished in 2001 and Officer Carteret who perished in 1967. I'd like to ask Captain Lynn Moorhan of the Fire Department to come read the first responder prayer.
When I am called to duty, give me strength to save a life, whatever be its age. Help me embrace a little child before it is too late, or save an older person for the horror of that fate. I want to fill my calling and to give the best in me to guard and protect my every neighbor. And if according to God's will, I must answer death's call, bless with your protecting hand my family, one and all. Oh God, we remember before you this day our brothers and sisters lost on September 11, 2001. We thank you for their example of courage and sacrifice. In your boundless compassion, console their families, friends, co-workers, and all who mourn their loss. Amen.
Precinct up! Those of us who are old enough remember exactly where and what we were doing on that fateful morning when we heard the news that a plane had struck the World Trade Center. The first indication that this nation was under attack. Those moments are forever emblazoned in our minds. Today, in addition to the anniversary of 9/11, we also remember we also remember our brother, Ashland Police Officer Charles Carteret, who was shot and killed in the line of duty on this day 54 years ago. Although most of us never met Officer Carteret, or Charlie as he was known by those closest to him, his tragic loss is nonetheless felt throughout the entire Ashland Police Department. Not a day goes by that we don't walk by his photograph hanging in the station. Not a day goes by we don't think of him and his senseless murder. And so today, and every September 11th, we honor a man who not only dedicated his career to serving and protecting the community that he loved so much, but who also made the ultimate sacrifice doing just that. When Charlie arrived to work his overnight shift on that fateful night, he never realized or imagined that that would be his final shift. Much like these men and women that stand before you, by daylight Charlie would be dead. And so today is not only about remembering Charlie Carteret or those who gave their lives on September 11, 2001, but also to recognize that evil does exist in this world. And as Edmund Burke had once said, the only things necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. And so let us never forget the good that also exists in this world. And we must not allow the evil to overshadow it. Never forget. God bless the victims of 9/11. God bless Officer Charles Carteret and his family. God bless our community, and God bless America. Thank you.